Welcoming and inclusive community of inspired individuals caring for and about each other and the entire planetary family. The Center for Spiritual Living Nashville offers spiritual tools for anyone seeking a more fulfilled and meaningful life through a deeper connection with a higher power or universal truths. Be sure to subscribe below if you enjoy our programs. Now let's join today's service.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Candy Paul, a practitioner here and your host this morning. And it is a pleasure to welcome you to our Sunday morning at CSLN. And I would also like to welcome our broadcast audience. Love you, love you. I'm usually in the broadcast audience, so I appreciate you being here. And I invite you to join us when you feel able or want to in person here in Nashville. It's so good to be here together. Okay, and we are a spiritual community dedicated to helping people live meaningful, fulfilled, and joyous lives by providing healing, teaching, and support services that nurture a lifelong, principle-centered living. And this place has changed my life. And I am so glad to welcome you if you want to see beneficial and positive changes in your life. This is where it happens. We have a great program for you today, and I know you're going to really love it. Now here's Larry Faragalli, our music director, to introduce our music.
Well, thank you, Candy. All right. A nice introduction. Good morning, everybody. Our featured vocalist today, our singer, is really one of the best songwriters I've ever heard. His catalog is enormous. Almost every song that he writes speaks to me anyway, and hopefully will speak to you. And his name is Mark Elliott, and he's over here. Give him a hand. Okay. And before we get started, we've got two birthdays. If you'll just indulge me, we have Mr. Max has had his birthday yesterday. And it's Mark's birthday was yesterday, so we're in the key of F. Come on, sing along. Come on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Max and Mark. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. All right, Mr. Mark, plug in and show us your stuff.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good to be with you this morning. Morning usually doesn't start till 1 in the afternoon for me, so this is more the middle of the night. Hotel rooms, wasted time way too soon. When I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you. Hour left, Eleanor never ends. When I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you. But rest stop junkies, gas station food, they won't stop me. When I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you. on my way to see you. Well, I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you, on my way to see you, see you. Can't stop rewriting the last words we said when I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you. I'm worried sick where you are, who you're with. When I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you, my mind is racing now. Got my doubts, these thoughts I'm chasing, trying to slow me down. But I can't turn around when I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you, on my way to see you, yeah. On my way to see you, on my way to see you, on my way to see you. Oh, you're the only reason that I come back. No one else has ever made me do that. When I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you, on my way to see you. Well, I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you, on my way to see you, see you. Thank you very much.
Hey everyone, good morning. I don't think I need to step up on that, but anyway. Okay, I'm Meredith Green. I'm a board member here and also a member of the Sacred Service team as a volunteer. If you want to volunteer, it's a great opportunity. Anywho, we've got a lot going on this week. First, I want to tell you, after service, you're welcome to come by the fellowship hall for light refreshments. And we had a town hall meeting, I think it was a week ago. We're doing a follow-up on Monday at 6:30 by Zoom, and it's in regards to our building updates and repairs that are needed. As many of you know, our building is in need of structural repair as well as cosmetic updates. You can find the Zoom link to this meeting on our website at cslnashville.org under the Meetings and Events page. Those who volunteered to collect additional information are welcome to share that during this meeting. Okay, on Tuesday of this week, we have the Sacred Service team meeting at 6 p.m. That's also on Zoom. In order to prepare to attract and hire our new minister, we are engaging in a co-creation process on Wednesday. And this is important, so please bear in mind and listen to this. The first step on this process is an all-community meeting that will open us to attracting our new minister to CSLN and provide the community the opportunity to participate in this process. Whether you are a member or consider CSLN as your spiritual home, we encourage and welcome you to attend this session on Zoom Wednesday, June 15th at 5:30 p.m. You need to register for this event, so please RSVP at admin@cslnashville.org to let us know that you want to attend. Those who RSVP will receive the Zoom link for this meeting with an information packet that you will need to print and have handy for the meeting. Okay, most important of all, we have a class that's starting with Dr. Mitch Johnson, our founding minister. And this starts in July. It's called The Power of Awareness, Unlocking the Law of Attraction. This class will be Thursday evenings, starting July 14th at 6:30 p.m. in person at the center or Zoom for 6 weeks. The required text is The Power of Awareness, Unlocking the Law of Attraction, and it's the deluxe version by Neville Goddard, can't say it, available in our bookstore. The tuition is $150, and this does not count towards practitioner credits. Sign-up sheet is on our website under classes and workshops. Okay, next, if you need a spiritual mind treatment, and everybody needs to know that's not hokey pokey, you know, it's actually affirmative prayer, and our practitioners are awesome at this. So if you want affirmative prayer for anything you're going through, choose a practitioner from our website and fill out the individual contact form and submit a request. And don't forget to give love to help our center thrive by going to lovecsln.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. Thank you.
All right. Well, here's a relatively new song. Of course, if you've never seen me before, I guess they're all new songs. I've met each one of these characters before in my life, and in the last year. The idea of this song is that we have a lot more in common than we have that pulls us apart. And sometimes what we have in common is the struggle we go through. It's called Aren't We All? Was the kind of kid who never thought he did anything to earn anyone's attention. What he really craved was a big parade. In the end, he settled for just a mention. Was a wallflower waking up, a brilliant diamond in the rough, a flyer interrupted by a fall. Aren't we all? She was a homeless soul, prematurely old, selling papers in the shadows on the corner. Drivers glanced as they sped past, thinking that they knew enough to know her. Was a daddy's girl and a mama too, uncomfortably like me and you, waiting for better luck to call. Hey, aren't we all? Aren't we all just fragile leaves on fickle wind? Aren't we all at the mercy of ourselves? Don't you think our imperfections scatter us in all directions like newborn babies learning how to crawl? Aren't we all? Well, he takes a sip and bites his lip, tells himself he's tired of the misery. All his dreams have disappeared, melted like the ice cubes in his whiskey. Was a hero to his wife and kids. A drunk is all they think he is. Too proud to see the writing on the wall. Hey, aren't we all? Aren't we all as fragile leaves on fickle wind? Aren't we all at the mercy of ourselves? Don't you think our imperfections scatter us in all directions like newborn babies learning how to crawl? Aren't we all just fragile leaves on fickle wind? Aren't we all at the mercy of ourselves? And don't you think our imperfections scatter us in all directions like newborn babies learning how to crawl? Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I am Dottie Uwaifo, and I will be doing the reading this morning. But we're changing the way we're doing this. I'm going to do a reading, and then we're going to do the prayer, but we're going to do this prayer together. So we're going to experience our oneness during this time. So my reading is Bible scriptures for today. And it coincides with the treatment that we're going to share together. And it would be beautiful that if you would pick up or get a copy of this treatment, and during the week or whenever, just support us, and you will experience the love and the oneness as this treatment expresses itself through us. So I'm reading the scriptures now, and it's coming from Ephesians 4:6, aligning principle of the scriptures, not religion, but principles, with this treatment I'm about to affirm. These scriptures highlight the power of unity and oneness, which compresses the teachings of Charles Fillmore, Raymond Barker, Ernest Holmes, and Science of Mind. Ephesians 4:6. The Bible instructs us to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. For there is one body, one Spirit, ever as we are called in one hope, all of our calling, one Lord, one faith, and one baptism, one God and the Father of all, who is above all, and through all, and in us all. Now, the treatment.
Can I put it up, Preston?
Okay. Okay. Read with me. There is only one mind one Spirit, and one love. Together we know that this love expresses through the Center for Spiritual Living as guidance and right action. The infinite mind and Spirit of God is all powerful and expresses as divine wisdom and guidance. We are conscious of this divine guidance as we know prosperity and financial abundance for our center, as we know our perfect new minister is even now drawn to us. Spirit is creating these for our center right now with great ease. We give thanks for our center, thanks for CSLN's financial abundance, and to our new minister, we release our word into the law, knowing this is already made so, and so it is. So pick up your copies so we can experience this together. So it is.
So I saw a beautiful painting on the internet months ago of these carousel horses at the fair, midnight after the fair had closed and the gates were all chained up and locked, and they were breaking free of the carousel. And it was all at once one of the most beautiful paintings I ever saw and one of the most devastating. Got me to thinking that we're all carousel horses from time to time. You got to learn to break free when you're born to be bolted down. Gray mare, they painted up on it with the black-eyed stare, going round and round and round, round and round and round. The calliopes playing old-time waltz, kids dripping ice cream, but it ain't their fault. They're going round and round and round. Skies, a pull through their hearts keeps their hooves off the ground. You gotta learn to break free when you're born to be bolted down. Well, when I was a kid, I'd go to the fair. I wanted to ride 'em, but I only stood there going round. Reflection in one of their eyes, felt a pain in my chest every time they passed by, going round and round and round, round and round and round. Well, carousel horses, wild in their minds, running beneath blue Remington skies. Break free when you're born to be bolted down. Bolted down. Well, sooner or later, we all gotta choose. Stay tied down Thank you much.
Mark Elliott.
That's the kind of music that moved me to Nashville in '93. Love that. Okay, I've got a very short intro for Rosemary Cathcart, but I'm going to add just a little bit. She is a long-time student of Science of Mind and has been a CSL member and very important to the life and history and present of this center. And I also want to say, I appreciate all the years of investment and the rich wisdom that Rosemary has to offer. It's straight from the heart, and I am always blessed when I hear her message. Welcome, Rosemary Cathcart.
Well, what a morning. Fabulous music, a great introduction. Wait a minute. The fine art of standing on my little podium here. Good morning. Wasn't that music amazing? Anybody can relate. Mark Elliott's words are so exquisite, and thank you. It's nice to see the whole band here. I've been sick all week, so I have, if you see me going down, bring a chair. Do not laugh. This is a serious thing, but I'm grateful to be here. So if I could ask everyone here at the center, uncross your legs, open up your energy, and to our lovely people at home watching, wherever you are, I'd like to offer up a meditation in love for each of us participating here today and for all of God's precious creations all across this beloved Mother Earth. No matter where they might be, no matter who they might be, we all need love. I'm always so touched by this card. I think it's still on the back table, but the card says, through the power of love, we can let go of past history and begin again. Love heals, love forgives, and love makes whole. That's from Ernest Holmes. So if you could just get really cozy in your seat, just really kind of wiggle into your body, make yourself comfortable, and close your eyes. Do not think anything. Instead, watch your body and your mind as a witness. Do not take part in thinking. Do not control your thinking. Do not encourage your thinking. If thinking comes, watch it as if it were in a dream. Watch your body and your mind in the same way as a mother watches over her baby. Watch attentively now and sense that your entire body is breathing. You will find that your breathing goes from shallow breathing to a deeper breathing. Your entire body is now breathing, including your hair and your nails. Do not try to correct your breathing, but simply allow the body to breathe easily and naturally. It will find its own rhythm. Feel the pulsation of blood from the palms and fingers of both of your hands moving toward your heart. It might be easier if you made a fist. Easily, with both of your hands. As you form that fist, it's easier now to feel the pulsations of blood from your heart to the palms of your hands and the fingers of both of your hands. Feel the pulsation of blood in both of your arms now, including your skin, your muscles, and your bones. Feel vibrations from your arms, your palms, and your fingers to your heart, and from your heart to your arms, your palms, and fingers, back and forth to and from the heart. Feel this pulsation of blood freely now, moving through your entire body, including the upper brain, the middle brain, and the lower brain. And from them back again to your heart. Visualize a blue and white light within the center of your brain. Feel that light vibrating throughout your entire body. Your brain is the controller of your entire body, every tissue and every organ and every gland. Feel that your entire body is connected to your brain, including every organ and every appendage. By means of your brain and your heart, feel electricity through your entire body now. Allow yourself to feel every tissue and every cell vibrating with this electricity of life. You have more than 300 trillion cells in your body, and each of these cells thinks and is its own powerhouse of electricity. Rest here for just a moment, remembering it all, savoring it all, drinking in this experience of dynamic meditation. And now allow yourself to come back easily and slowly to the count of 3. Number 1, taking in an easy breath through your nose. As you come back to this present moment, exhaling through your mouth, feeling invigorated. Number 2, taking a slow, gentle breath, once again in through the nose, as you ask your body, mind, and spirit to come back to this moment right now in time. Moving your hands and your feet just a little bit, coming all the way back into the physical. And number 3, taking a third breath in through the nose. And as you exhale that breath, just open your eyes very slowly and allow yourself to get accustomed to these now more wide awake surroundings. It can take a little bit to come back. If you've got water handy, have a sip of water. It'll help to ground you in your body. Water is the magic elixir. That meditation comes to us from Sri Brahmananda Saraswati, who was the founder and the director of the Ananda Ashram in Monroe, New York, and I had the privilege of studying with him for a long time. To me, he was just my dear Guruji, reminding us that we have over 300 trillion cells in our body, and each of those cells can think vibrantly. We are simply extraordinary powerhouses of love and electricity. Each of us bundles of electromagnetic energy, and for many of us, it can take a long time to figure out how to manage it. It can take a long time to figure out, what do we do with that electromagnetic power? How do we absorb it? How do we direct it? Where do we send it? But to me, the more we can deeply and consciously and conscientiously gather our skills and our courage, because it really does take true courage to show up in the world. I don't know if I'm the only one who's noticed some very weird things on the world stage, but we can counter that, just like that wonderful affirmation that the center has created and that Dottie took us through. Nothing is written in stone, and the more empowered we can be as individuals, the more we can affect that entire field of energy. It takes true courage to show up in the world and to really step into the roles that God has planned for us. Each of us are the result of that elegant moment of conception, that blast of brilliant power, energy, and creativity, filled with the raw power and the high magic of love. You were created in love, so just be yourself. That's the topic for today. So let's examine that together, shall we? I believe that every moment can be an exchange of love, whether that's in the form of a kindness, a measured approach to a situation, or a calm, compassionate response to a situation. The science of mind regards creation as the giving of form to the substance of mind. The whole action of spirit must be within itself, upon itself. Creation is the play of life upon itself, the action of limitless imagination upon the infinite law of life. What God thinks, He energizes. Where we put our focus, we energize. The entire universe is God's thought made manifest. And if all of that is true, and I certainly believe it, then none of us are mistakes. We are not accidents of fate. We were designed in divine mind, and we have a role to play in the destiny of not only how our own life plays out, but in the lives of every person we touch with the thoughts, the words, and the good works that we do in this world. Our music, our art, our writing, the list of potential contributions is endless. According to Ernest Holmes, you are a child of God, and therefore you should have a very high opinion of yourself. That sounds good, doesn't it? No foolish self-conceit, but a reverent understanding of your wondrous relationship to God. So tell yourself over and over again that the quality of love lies within you and that naturally you should be expressing it. Spend a few minutes with thoughts of love for everyone you love in your personal life and for all of the world, which is in sore need of that right now. This is not mere idle wishing. It is a definite service that we can render to humanity. Your every thought of love to mankind carries a blessing with it to the far corners of the globe. Do not neglect to exercise this privilege. That was Dr. Holmes. So Dr. Holmes wrote those words in 1982. Imagine what he would say to us today. I think he'd say, project more. Project more love every moment, every thought you have. It can be a tricky concept to get, but every thought and every emotion goes somewhere. That's why we must train ourselves to choose only the good and the worthwhile ones. It's a waste of your divinity to mull over old hurts, supposed slights, or ways that you didn't measure up. It's impossible in the eyes of the divine. Instead, choosing only thoughts that are uplifting, life-giving, and full of love. As you come more into correct service to your own self, you become more of a blessing to the whole of humanity. Do not neglect to exercise this privilege. You know, it's a privilege just to have a body. This is just not a given, guys. So if you're alive and if you're fairly functional, hoping to do better, you have, I think, a moral obligation to be the best you can be and then to extend that out into the universe, and particularly to anybody who's in front of you. You know, so many people are hurting right now. Don't add to their pain. Think of how to be kind. Maybe all that is you leave somebody alone. You do not have to have an opinion. I know that's shocking, but it's worth considering. What happens in one part of our quantum field happens everywhere in that quantum field. And it's very easy now to just Google quantum mechanics, quantum physics, and find out, literally, that everything has an equal and an opposite reaction, and that we are connected and related to every single human being on the planet. So how would you hurt yourself? Think about that. When you think back on the kindest, the most nurturing people in your life, I'll bet none of them made you feel ashamed or less than or not worthy. Of course not. Our very best mentors are those people who spot something in us that we haven't seen yet. It could have been your third grade teacher who suggested you try public speaking, or art, or acting, or that third grade teacher who put that instrument in your hands for the first time and said, just go for it. Come on, give it a try. It'll be fun. I'll be right there. It's a breeze. You have nothing to lose. Loving gestures are vital to our growth, vital to our sense of well-being. And if we are at a crossroads in life, how many times has a simple word of encouragement turned you in a better direction? We can all do that. Does not cost a penny. And remember how good you feel when you've done something just lovely to be a kind human being. Gives you a little lift in your step, doesn't it? Yeah, let's try for that. Return those favors. Any of those people who have mentored you or loved you or encouraged you or propped you up when you needed it, find a place to serve and give back. And don't think about what you're going to get in return. This is a wonderful universe. What you give out automatically comes back to you. So right this moment, think about when you feel most fulfilled and most loved, because they go hand in hand. Think about this with me. I am at my best when I am able to fill in the blank. Think about it. When are you at your best? When are you feeling just empowered and full of life and full of joy? I feel fully alive and in love with life when? When do you feel fully alive and in love with life? Are you outside gardening? Are you teaching somebody a new skill? Are you enjoying a fabulous book on the side porch? When I am with, fill in the blank, I feel genuinely appreciated and seen. Who makes you feel that way? Never hang out with the ne'er-do-wells. Only hang out with people who make you feel really, really good and encourage you to be better. The point is to feel happy and just delighted where you are at any given moment. And when and if the tide turns in an unhappy or an unhealthy direction, have the courage to reassess. Might be time to leave. Let your deep internal body wisdom be your guide. You are, at any given moment, in charge of your life. We forget that a whole lot. But when we reach down deep, when our brain is clear, when we are seeing that brilliant blue and white light connecting the brain to the heart and every part of our body, then we are in touch with our deep internal body wisdom. And it's a whole lot easier to make the right choices, which is what we're meant to do. Our internal guidance is always talking to us, but we've got to be humble enough and in tune enough to hear it. Some things that lead to a love-filled life that works, they sound pretty simple. Balance. Balance in all things. Stop rushing. Stop rushing. Plenty of sleep and the ability to gear down and relax. Keeping a good appetite for foods that nurture the body, and that might not be some weird colors that are not naturally occurring in nature. Think about fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. What would your mother have given you when you were a little bitty kiddo? Probably not weird food, unless you had an unusual mother, but that's another story. Drink a lot of water. We must have water. It is shocking that our brain cells die when they do not get enough water. So if your body weight's 150, 75 ounces a day minimum. And if you're sick, double it. And yes, you'll be in the bathroom a lot, but you'll be alive. That's a good thing. Joy. Find joy wherever you can and share it with all of your loved ones and your animal companions. You know, sometimes what we can't admit to ourselves yet, we might know it somewhere, but we don't want to bring it to that mental linguistic level. And we don't want to tell another human being, but we can bury our face in that bundle of fur that purrs or woofs right back and has no judgment, and whose only goal in life is to wipe away your tears and then play ball. Must love dogs. I should come with a sign like that. If you are happy and in love with yourself, that's all you can project to the world. And that's what the world needs. So find a way to get happy. Find a way to get happy. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It's beautiful out there right now. It's not humid. Take a walk, sit on your front step, look at the clouds. We have a stunning full moon coming on Tuesday, so look up at the sky. Yesterday was the 40th anniversary of E.T. Can you believe that? I know. Imagine that bicycle riding up through the moonlight. 40 years. Woo! Ernest Holmes said, "Now remember that all other people are just as truly worthy of your love and are in need of it if they are to expand into finer and more beautiful ways of living." Isn't that lovely? Expand into finer and more beautiful ways of living. As we remember that our thoughts and our emotions and our actions impact every other living creature on the planet, maybe we can up our game a bit this week. We do live in a universe where the law of attraction rules. So if you want a better life, send out better energy. Very easy. As I was on my way here today, a friend sent me an app for a 5-day love challenge called The Fabulous. So look it up. Very simple things, and it's pretty much what we talked about today. So why don't we make today the day that we all expand from that deepest, most loving, generous, kind, forgiving, willing place within ourselves, and send that message out into the universe. Project it when you're looking in the mirror in the morning, even if it's that first look in the mirror and you're like, whoa, whoo. Keep projecting love and your best face will show up. In the words of, and also remember that 300 trillion cell, if you remember that, you will never diminish yourself. That you have over 300 trillion electromagnetic energized cells projecting and hearing and listening. That's a big thing to handle. In the words of one of my favorite mystical characters, who always managed to be himself, if you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day. So I never have to live without you. It's Winnie the Pooh. Blessings to all of you. I hope you have a splendid rest of the day. I hope you have a splendid week, a splendid year. Never diminish yourself again. Thank you. Blessings to you.
Thank you, Rosemary. Now it's time to give back to what serves us. I would like to ask our ushers to come forward right now. We can also accept your gift using your card in our bookstore. And for our online viewers, please make a contribution using the link in the description below or mail your check to our street address. Now repeat after me. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you for your loving gifts.
Well, thank you again for inviting me this morning to sing. I don't need to tell you guys this, but you have a wonderful band. It's kind of an only in Nashville kind of thing. So thank you guys. Joy to play with you.
Thanks, Mark.
So I've been doing work with a group called Music Therapy of the Rockies for the last few years out at Amy Grant's farm and Vince Gill's farm. A few times a year we gather there to bring in veterans that are struggling with PTSD terribly. And they give them music therapy. They give them guitars. Breed Love actually gives them guitars. A lot of them don't know how to play, but they know how to hold it, because it feels a lot like a rifle. And in today's suicide rate among veterans, we want guitars in their hands. So I had a front row seat to the power of our own self-talk, how negative it can be, how much it can tear us down. So I tried to write a anecdote to that, and it's called Talk to Yourself Like a Good Mama Would. So I'll leave you with that. This day, nobody could have done it better. Close your eyes and put it away. It ain't the best or the worst one ever. Though you say that you're standing still, Thank you very much, gang.
Well, thank you for joining us today. Let us thank our speaker, Rosemary Cathcart, and our guest artist and band, and practitioner Dottie, and me, Candy, and other practitioners who are here, like Ursula. And if you have something that's heavy in your heart today, get with a practitioner for some prayer treatment. We'll be available in the lobby after service. And again, you can also connect to us on the website. Please join us in the fellowship hall after for coffee and tea. And if you feel brave and you're a visitor, we would love to acknowledge you. You can stand up or raise your hand. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. And I would like to ask our practitioners and our speaker to come to the front. And I'm going to do a closing prayer treatment. And let us just be here together. There's practitioner Etta, beautiful Etta. Okay, you can close your eyes if you feel comfortable. There is one mind and one heart and one infinite power, the creative life force. And that life is God, and that life is my life. I am one with the creator of eagles. Beautiful eagles. And I have been watching baby eagles getting ready to fledge, doing their little winger sizes before they're ready to fly into the air. And I am so grateful that we here are doing our winger sizes as we're preparing for flying, reaching our destiny. What we are, what is becoming. We just sit in the nest and learn and eat and apply what we know, but we also adapt the pace of nature, and nature does its work in, through, and for us. God is creating. The creative nature pulses in every cell. And I am so thankful that I am part of this creative community, that we are bringing life into greater heights of awareness and consciousness and joy together. And every person in this room and online watching us is part of that greatness, is part of that creativity, is part of that energy and light and joy and potential. And I am so thankful that we are celebrating now and heading out into a wonderful week with divine appointments and perfect support and provision and unexpected blessings. And I release this treatment to the law, knowing that this is unfolding in perfect divine order. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Candy. All right. Why don't you all maybe stand up and sing our closing song together. It's Jackie DeShannon's Put a Little Love in Your Heart. Okay? So let's do it.
it's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart.
Put it in, put it in, put it in.
Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. And put a little love in your heart.
Here we go. And put
Put a
it
little love in your heart.
Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. May your life be filled with joy and prosperity in every way. Learn more about our programs or contact one of our practitioners at our website, cslnashville.org. You may also want to follow us on Facebook at CSLNASH. You can make a big difference with your financial gift at lovecsln.com. Please share the link to this program with a friend and join us again next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.